Hello everyone, my name is Gothic Lord UK, and in the past I've played a lot of a game called Roll, where you roll dice to earn money, to buy better dice, to earn more money, to generate a high score. Now, recently there was the GMTK Game Jam, where the theme was Roll of the Dice, so you can imagine you might be seeing several dice-based games on the channel to come, but I thought I would start here with Pip Factory, because it kind of resonated with the Roll theme. I've also got Roll playing in the background just for the music on loop because this game didn't have any. But we need to build a factory made of dice. Left click to roll the dice or purchase, right click to move objects, middle click pans camera, mouse wheel to zoom, and F11 to toggle full screen. That's all I've got. So let's click our die. Alright, we've had 5. We have 5 pips. Sure. That's... okay, we can zoom out a lot. But right now we have no need to pan around. Let's click again. Alright, 2 dice rolls for a 7 is exactly what we'd expect. And I guess I'm just going to keep clicking until something else changes, because clicking these empty tiles doesn't do anything. Clicking the score doesn't do anything. Right click lets me move my die, but that's not going to change anything with the results. Oh, hello. 15 lets me buy a die. Is it all D? Is it a regular D6? Is it all ones? Okay. So I can now roll 2 dice. Can I roll all of the dice at once? There's another die. And that has become more expensive to 21. So we've got kind of cookie clicker exponentially growing costs, I imagine. I don't think I can click something until the die has finished rolling. And I can't drag my mouse while clicking to change anything. Let's buy another die in a nice little 4x4 pattern here. See if we can't generate up to like 100 pips and see what we can do with that. Oh, hello. Loaded dice. Dice are 50% more likely to roll a 4, 5, or a 6, or nimble fingers. Dice take half as long to roll. I will take nimble fingers, because then I can really just start clicking loads. There's going to be lots of tippy tapping here, I can imagine. And I'm going to work up maybe like a 3x3 to get like a nice spiral going. And then if we get 292, we can buy another passive. Okay, we've got enough dice now that by the time I have gone round to click the other 7, I get back to the first one, which is nice. I'm just doing it in a terrible order. Alright, give me another passive. Gambling addiction. Rolls pay out +1 pip for each bordering dice. 3 of a kind. When a roll finishes a row of 3 matching dice, the payout is tripled. I will take gambling addiction. Then we can start filling out our dice in a much larger grid. So this one here, this die generating 10s, is going to be worth way more to us. So we want to be playing those dice that have more bordering dice. In which case, even if we're only largely clicking this 3x3 area in the center, I want to make a 5x5 area so that we get more benefits from the proximity of the other dice. So let's work on that. Hello. That looks like a Yahtzee cup or something. What are we going to do with that? Oh, we've got 400. I'm going to put you here, I guess. Ah. Do you roll... hold on, can I move you with... I can move you with right click. Do you automatically roll everything next to you? Very interesting. Alright. Let's move these then, to get those dice touching as many as possible. I like how this is going. I do wonder... Obviously, this is just a game that was made in a 50-hour game jam. But I wonder what kind of the end game either is or could look like in a game like this. What other passives can we have? 3 of a kind, loaded dice. I'll take loaded dice now. And I guess I want more cups in just a grid-like fashion. But if we're going to do that, we don't want them in exact opposites. I think we want them offset by one of that amount so that the die that are getting rolled can have 3 around one another, like this. Right, they're going to keep rolling. I'm going to keep trying to click the ones that aren't being actively rolled by the cups. Then I want to get all the ones that are being actively rolled, or passively rolled, I should say. I want those to be surrounded by other dice. Oh, we are rolling in cash now. All right, you want a die there. Keep rolling, keep rolling, keep rolling. The die rolling sound is very satisfying and happily not annoying or intrusive, which for noises that you're going to hear a lot is very appreciated. So I want a die there. Right, I think every die that is being rolled is now being touched by something else. Let's aim for another cup, perhaps here, and then we'll keep building around dice like that. And then hopefully soon we're going to be generating enough cash that we can unlock whatever the next passive ability might be. Now, this grid does seem to have a limit, at least in regard to how far... Oh no. Yeah, I'm not sure how panning and zooming around that is working out, but let's keep buying dice here. I did have to change the settings on my center mouse click because it kept opening 2 tabs whenever I clicked links, and that was annoying. So at the moment, the most a die can roll, I guess, is 10, which would be a 6, oh, a 9, a 6 plus the 3 dice that touch it. Question is, would we rather buy more dice or work up to another passive? I guess if I've got auto rolling going on, I at least want the dice that are touching 2 dice to have neighbors. But the cost of buying individual dice has gone up very quickly. But the cups are doing their work. How long is it going to take to generate that 2,500? This is where you need StarCraft players that have really high CPMs. Or APMs, like clicks per minute, or whatever the jargon is for that. I don't know, I've never been a RTS guy, really. Alright, we're nearly at 2,500. Alright, give me this. So there's 3 of a kind. When a roll finishes a row of 3 matching dice, its payout is tripled. There must be some other passive ability, because we can see that that shop option is still there, even though we only bought the one thing. So, I guess we want another cup now. Let's put that there. You can kind of see this rotational symmetry around the cups that we've been making. We just want to fill the gaps around this now. And just hope that we can buy dice more quickly than the cost gets to kind of the hope that our ability to buy dice doesn't get outstripped by our ability to generate pips too quickly. Obviously, that's a hard thing to balance, I imagine. but we just kind of have a perimeter that we can keep clicking. Do we want another cup? You've got 4 neighbors. I want the ones around these neighbors to have more neighbors. So like that there. Adds 1 more pip to all the ones around it. Let's see. That also adds 2 to above and below. And then I want 3 more on that outside edge. 7,000 for another passive ability. I wonder if there's a passive ability that just kind of says, you win, it took you 9 minutes to do it, or what are we on now? We're about to pass 11 minutes, so maybe it could be an end game where you just have to generate enough pips to say, alright, you are Pip Master of the Universe. Please go forth and enjoy Yahtzee. So I want another die here. I want one there. I want one there. Question then becomes, would we be better off buying more cups rather than more dice? Let's stick a cup there. We basically want to put cups a knight's move away from other dice, I think. That seems to be a good way to go about it. Let's put one here. I'm getting very transfixed in this whole thing. Very satisfying. Right, 7,300 for our next card. To be fair, that's only about 2 times as expensive as a die or a cup is. So I think at this point it's probably worth waiting the extra minute or so to see that come around. So we will do that. Who knows if maybe when we hit 5,000 a new card or a new upgrade will make itself apparent. But certainly, if this was developed into a full game, I would play it. I can tell you that right now. Alright, we're nearing 7,300. Question is, what are we going to get? Infinity dice. There you go. You have 1. So, just over 13 minutes. I could imagine you could try and optimize and see how fast you can get that time down to. And now we can just carry on forever. But I think there's a lot of scope here for a lot of interesting things. I think the work that you could do with passives, with bigger numbers on dice, with things like having cups that roll dice that are up to 3 away on any axis or things like that. I think there's lots of good stuff to do here. Right, I am going to put this screen on. Let's try and close out of that. And I will say thank you guys ever so much for watching. I will try and make sure I include the links for any such games in the GMTK Game Jam down below in the descriptions of their respective videos. For now though, that's everything, and I will see you again in the next one. Cheers!